Shot steered away. Stastny tried to keep it in, but the puck went behind him, so he would go and chase it down. Spencer Stastny, the junior from Mequon, Wisconsin, one of those entry draft picks as well, picked in the 5th round in 2018 by the Predators. Almost taken away by Matthew Beniers, one of the great freshmen on this Michigan team. Here come the Irish. Grant Silinoff working in on his backhand. Stick of Jacob Truscott got away. Nice pass to Lieberman. Couldn't get all of the shot. Rebound out to Janicki and Beniers. Shot wide from Notre Dame as Lieberman tried to send it towards Portillo. And here comes Beniers. He's been all over the ice. Silinoff takes it away. Silinoff entering the zone. And back towards Portillo. Here's Luke Morgan. Passes over to Jacob Truscott. Truscott, the sophomore from Port Huron, Michigan. Had 2 points in the first. Takes it away. Irish still have a chance, but it's Morgan. Morgan looking for Cam York. York will go for a change and pass it back behind Dylan St. Cyr. Loose puck in front, and Hellickson sends it back to St. Cyr, who gloves it.
Well, David, you've talked about a portion of this season.
Swept the #1 team in the country on the road, did Notre Dame. Also split the series before that against Arizona State. Michigan, on the other hand, coming off of a sweep against Ohio State. Most recently, a 5-0 win, thanks to Strauss Mann's 9th career shutout. Klerman, the captain for Notre Dame, in a fight with Kent Johnson along the boards. Johnson comes away with it. Back up top. Here's Blankenberg. Blankenberg had his shot blocked by Solog Bakic. Blankenberg, the Big Ten second star of the week. Graham Slaggert was
the low part of the crease and net front there, and he was able to elevate it, but just a little bit too high.
Saw that graphic on the scoring breakdown for Michigan. They lost a lot of seniors last year, headlined by Jake Slaker, but that freshman class has really come in and been outstanding. Highest scoring class on this Michigan team. Kent Johnson spinning around. Klerman's in front of him. Pass back up to Blankenberg. Blankenberg. Oh, he almost had to take it away by Bakic. We have an arm up. Looks like this will be a penalty.
That was to get a shot on net, maybe a rebound results. Worst case scenario, hops out of play, you get another offensive zone draw on the power play.
Alex Steves leading the team in points with 12. Here's perhaps a shorthanded chance for Blankenberg. He'll go into the corner though and just eat up some more seconds. But it finds its way to Matty Beniers. And Beniers had it taken away. Long pass up ahead for Michael Graham. That was off the stick of Nick Lieberman. From one blue line to the other. Slaggert falls to the ice and Michigan clears quite easily. About halfway done with this second power play. Notre Dame cannot convert on the first.
They had to do, spent a lot of time in Notre Dame's zone. I mean, really sound penalty killing first 4 minutes on the ice tonight.
Pearson had 25 blocks last season. Michigan as a team already has 5 tonight to Notre Dame's 1. Wolverines trying to move into their offensive zone now and put some pressure on Notre Dame. Here comes Matty Beniers. Beniers going to high school at Milton Academy out in Massachusetts, a native of Hingham. As Matt Hellickson looks for Ryder Rolston. Rolston, a nice pass for Colin Tyson. But the blue jersey's going to do a good job getting in the way. Johnson spinning the pass around for Beniers, and here's Rolston. Rolston, the freshman for the Irish, waits for Notre Dame on a change. And now Nick Blankenberg has it. Here's Luke Morgan. Stastny now for the Irish. We'll slow it down for Jacob Truscott. Ice starting to open up a little bit here, Tony.
Yeah, it really is. And these two teams really starting to let it rip a little bit. Took a while, but now you're seeing some of the speed to be expected as this game went along.
Power, nice drop back pass for Beniers as Blankenberg sends it back behind goal. Beniers now has it at the blue line. Looking in front, St. Cyr has it and gloves it. 4:19 left in the first. And Tony, some great
though, and shrug it off. Great work by both goaltenders to kind of navigate their way through some traffic. As you said, David, I think a little bit of a slow feeling out period in the first 10 minutes. but now really starting to open up, and both goaltenders getting tested.
Graham has it. Pass for Nate Clerman, the captain for the Irish. Clerman over to his D-line partner, Spencer Stastny. Tyson had a hat trick earlier in the year against Wisconsin, but that's really been it offensively for the senior. Looking for more production from him. Janicki had a chance on the doorstep from Michael Graham. Stastny now. Intentionally wide, back behind. It's Michael Graham. Outstanding defense by Nick Blankenberg. You can see why he is so effective. Power has it for the Wolverines. Back for Blankenberg. Kent Johnson line. And here comes Granowitz. Granowitz has Ciccolini. Haven't called his name too much. 2019 pick of the New York Rangers in the 7th round. Stastny for Clerman. Perhaps one last rush for Notre Dame here in the first period. All the way back around. And Janicki will get there. Taken away by the Wolverines. Morgan. Shot was blocked at the blue line, and the horn sounds. Wolverines strike while the iron's hot, and now Notre Dame has to find the back of the net. Wolverines trying to enter the zone. Pastillon. Here's Beniers. Beniers looking for Brisson, and nice defense by Lieberman.
Yeah, it's there. Admiring his work in here in Compton Family Ice Arena, but goodness, it is a great shift for Michigan. It starts with Power taking the puck towards the middle. That's the only reason Bordelot had that angle to tip the puck home.
So that's that second line for the Wolverines, made up of Pastillon, Bordelot, and Brisson. And now Michigan is on their first power play of the night. This is the 3rd best power play unit in the country, scoring 12 of 43 chances for 27.9%. Jeff Jackson said we have to stay out of the penalty box this weekend. Michigan trying to double their lead. Here's Power back up top. Another shot blocked by Lansdell. Does a nice job to get in front of it. Here's Kent Johnson. Johnson skating around in front of that Big Ten logo. Drops it off for Blankenberg. Johnson over for Power. Skipped under his stick. Boltman tries to get over there and squeak the puck away, but Blankenberg has it now. Blankenberg, big shot, and it's high. Beniers was in front, couldn't quite get a redirection. Beniers working in. Pass over for Blankenberg. Oh, he missed the one-timer. Went right past that stick. Power able to get it at center ice and quickly regain the zone. Owen Power, Beniers, beautiful pass. St. Cyr on his backside, and it's in. Last one to hit it was Philip Lapointe.
Well, Notre Dame cleared the puck, but they couldn't get it the length of the ice. You'll see it. Great effort by Jake Pavanka. Gets the puck out to center, but this is swift work. I mean, look at Power. He does not hesitate. Brings it right back in so the Irish can't get a change. And it's not the prettiest power play goal, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that is a simple move to get the puck towards the net. St. Cyr unable to stop the second crack at it. You'll see here, this puck's going to come towards net. Able to get the first stop, but the puck's loose. Great second effort that time to whack the puck home. And now Michigan's working with a 2-0 lead. But it was great. Again, Power has started both these goals, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You see Lapointe able to get this stick on the puck, but Power...
Cam York. For Matt Hellickson. And Boltman waits for Hellickson. Irish trail by 2. Beniers takes it away. And here come the Wolverines again. Kent Johnson enters the left wing circle. Nice pass for Morgan. Morgan claps it back, but the stick of Alex Steves got in the way. Johnson tangled up with Hellickson along the boards behind Dylan St. Cyr. It's been all Wolverines outside for maybe 30 seconds as Beniers looking for it in front. More chances for the Wolverines as Johnson couldn't quite get it on goal.
So far in the second period, David, it looks like a Michigan team that's out for revenge after being swept in Ann Arbor earlier this season.
Right. They have outshot Notre Dame 4-0 here to start the second frame. Winning a couple more faceoffs as well. Johnson looking for that shot. Couldn't quite get his stick on it. And here come the Irish the other way. This is that first line with Alex Steeves. Alex Steeves tries to get a shot on. Steeves' shot was patted away. Lieberman for Tyson. And the pace has really picked up here. Lieberman. Offside is the call. 9:38 left in the second.
Obviously either competing in their winter sports or getting ready to participate in the spring to attend the events, because I think for all these athletes it's just been bizarre this year to play these games without fans in the stands. So at the very least, to see some of their fellow classmates, some of those fellow student athletes be there to support them. Obviously it's reciprocated if it's at a basketball game. Part of all sports, but specifically college hockey, which it thrives off the environment in the stands. So it's great to see at the very least, Notre Dame finding a way to get their student athletes that are not playing right now to be able to come and watch this game.
Hockey in general, such a sport that really thrives in person, as Bakic was offsides. But yeah, you hit on that anecdote, Tony, from
whenever you look up and down, all 7 teams have great environments, and when you strip them back, I think if anything, what everyone's realized this year across sports, but definitely in college hockey, is that when you take that away, you really are missing an ingredient. It's been fun to watch these games. They've been competitive. I think the players and coaches deserve a ton of credit this season.
Perhaps one of the reasons Notre Dame has done pretty well on the road. They don't have to play in a hostile environment. 4-0 at Michigan and Minnesota. Well, the Big Ten, as you mentioned, Tony, has done such a great job. Season has gone off relatively without a hitch. All these teams have gotten their games in, and they're happy to be out here playing no matter how many fans. Michigan with 2 goals early in the second period. Philip Lapointe notching up the first tally of his career. And then it was Bordelot on a beautiful redirection off of the stick of Owen Power. But Michigan still wants more. We saw a lot of back and forth play right before we get a stick on it once again. And it's up and out of the zone.
Well, that was 2 good chances from that line, David. So you called for them, and they answered.
Ellis snaps one from the blue line, and Portillo has looked outstanding.
This top line has been playing so far in the second half. 9 points in the 4 games. Of course, none tonight with the shutout, but that was the kind of shift that will eventually lead to a goal. I mean, that was a really good shift. There was another chance later in it where there was a tip puck towards net. That was really good stuff from the top line for Notre Dame.
Michigan now has it taken away. Here's Solak Bakic. Bakic had a chance on a Max Ellis shot when he was streaking up the right side earlier in the second period. Chances have been there for the Irish. They have 15 shots, so it's not like they haven't been able to test Portillo. As Beniers backhands it, and it's taken away by Jake Pavanka.
I think Michigan deserves some credit, though, for limiting a lot of those chances to the outside.
Ellis snaps the shot again, and it's punched away by the stick hand of Portillo. Strauss-Mann gets a day off, but you couldn't tell by how good Eric Portillo has looked. 4:20 left in the second period. He has not let up a goal. Morgan almost worked his way past Spencer Stastny. Lerman now has it. 1:30 left in the second period.
Well, it goes without saying, David, but a goal for Notre Dame here in the final 80 seconds would do wonders going into the locker room.
The first line's out there for Notre Dame. Graham Slaggert puts on the brakes, looking for Alex Steeves, who was heading to the bench at the end of his shift. Ellis over for Bakic. Bakic loses an edge with Kiernan behind him. And 1 minute left now in the second frame. Johnson up center ice for Morgan. Morgan's got Nick Lieberman behind him. Ellis for Pavanka. Johnson moving in. Michigan wants another. Beniers, beautiful pass for Johnson. Johnson scores!
Well, Freshman to freshman has been the story for Michigan so far this year. They've got a lot of good ones, and look at this. This is great work. They do not waste any time from the neutral zone. Great feed. Beniers to Johnson. Great patience, too. I mean, look at him hold the puck. He's going to take his time. St. Cyr, desperation, going right to left, trying to come back to his right, and it's just too late. I mean, St. Cyr did everything he could, but...
Opportunity in the second period. They had two pretty much back-to-back in the first, but were 0 for 2. Again, Michigan's penalty kill struggles. Notre Dame's power play has struggled. It's that first line out there for the Irish, and quickly Michigan clears. Broken up at center ice as Graham Slaggert settles it down in front of the Michigan bench. Final 20 here from South Bend. David Korzanowski joined alongside Tony Simeone and the rest of our great crew, and Michigan has really made a statement here so far in this game. Can they continue the momentum into the final third? Michael Graham over for Alex Steeves. Steeves fakes the shot. Now Lieberman. Lieberman with a shot that is saved by Portillo. 2 goals in the first 3 minutes of the second, and then 2 more in the final 4. Michigan trying to snap a 4-game skid against Notre Dame that dates all the way back to last season. Kent Johnson scored the most recent goal for the Wolverines. Nice defense by Jake Boltman. Boltman, the newcomer to this Irish team, originally recruited by Minnesota. Johnson still has it. Backhand chance in front. Looking for a teammate on the doorstep. That was Morgan. Johnson spinning around. Johnson for Pearson. And Tyson. And the Notre Dame forwards will go for a change. Steeves tried to keep it in the zone. Johnson will just circle it back. Johnson passes off the boards. Up ahead, and St. Cyr is out of goal to field it.
It's been pretty clinical from Michigan here in the third period, doing well with this 4-0 lead, David. They killed off the penalty nicely, but they just made life tough for Notre Dame.
We're gearing up and getting ready to play big opponents. They played the #1 team in the country in Minnesota, and then obviously a rivalry game out in Ann Arbor against a top 5 Michigan team. Notre Dame played some of their best hockey in those 4 games, and they just haven't quite put the pieces together tonight. Max Ellis off the boards to Lieberman. Ellis working his way around, looking for a streaking Lieberman. Lieberman off his skate. Big shot from the corner. As now Prozinski has it skip up and over him. Ciccolini falls to the ice as he tried to enter the zone. Ciccolini is a guy who hasn't been too active tonight. First line left winger for Michigan, but again, the freshman carrying a lot of the weight for this Michigan team as they have all year. Johnson falling down, but still gets the pass off to the captain, Jack Becker. And Notre Dame's back the other way. Landon Slaggert in a race with Blankenberg, and Blankenberg wins the battle forcefully. Landon Slaggert still chasing it down, though. The Irish have it. Clerman, quick shot. Redirected wide. Steeves around for Landon Slaggert. Back to Clerman. Clerman missed that Arizona State series a couple weekends ago. Wearing the captaincy his junior year. No small feat. Alex Steeves circling around, spinning, gets a shot, and it got deflected up and out of play.
Well, if you're just joining us,
about halfway gone in this third period. Neither team scored in the first. Neither team has scored here in the third. Ellis sent a shot in and went for a change. Yeah, you mentioned that outdoor game coming after the Winter Classic between Boston and Chicago. Great weekend, great pageantry here. Looking for Johnson. He wanted his second goal. Tried to send a shot into St. Cyr, but it was blocked. Here's Power. Power scores!
Was screened by Johnson and then tipped by him. Really nice stuff from the Wolverines.
That hand-eye coordination is something. And that's the second shot from Owen Power that's found the back of the net. I know he hasn't scored, but he might as well have 2 goals with these juicy shots that he's sending in front right for those redirections.
Yeah, he's doing that with intention, right? I mean, you can tell why he's one of the best defensemen amongst freshmen, and that was a great example of it. Why?
Johnson is the first Wolverine to score 2 goals this weekend. As now we will step aside. 9:37 left to play. And Solak Bakic is getting a lecture from the referee before he drops the puck. Leaking in past that circle a little bit prematurely, and another whistle.
It's worth noting, too.
Well, the Irish would like to take some momentum, perhaps, from the final 7:45 in this one into the game tomorrow. Try to even up the series and win the season-long series, as after tonight it will likely be 2-1 in favor of Notre Dame, thanks to that sweep back at Yost earlier in the season. Michigan really hitting their stride in this calendar year. Big shot by Beniers. Goes up and over St. Cyr.
Well, I should also point out, too, Michigan hung a big victory on Michigan State earlier this year, 9-0.
Yeah. And
then lost the following game. They got to make sure.
Huge shot that you said it, Tony. Hellickson to Pavanka. Pavanka back to Hellickson. Ton of speed from Hellickson. Looks like fresh skates out there. Works his way through the entire Michigan team. Backhands it in front, looking for Pavanka. Pavanka on the doorstep. Can't shoot it. Johnson, leading scorer tonight, has 2 tallies. One at the end of the second, one in the beginning of the third. Chance from Max Ellis towards Portillo is stopped. Portillo was 5 minutes and 8 seconds away from a shutout, but Notre Dame gets on the board. Scored on 1 of their 30 shots tonight. Notre Dame's perhaps surprisingly now outshooting Michigan 30-29. Beniers with Klerman behind him. Here comes Matty Beniers. Beniers for Johnson. Beniers sends it back towards the boards to keep it in the zone, and the Wolverines go for a change. 3 minutes left now.
Post to post, stays low, doesn't do too much. He's not sprawling all over his crease. He keeps things really simple, and I think he's just been so impressive tonight in his second collegiate start.
.927 save percentage entering the evening. Strauss-Mann, a great goalie for Michigan, has career .922. Granted, plenty more games played and 9 career shutouts for a man who may get the start tomorrow. Nice save by St. Cyr on the doorstep. Big shot from Matty Beniers on the power play. Again, that arm went up by...
Well, you brought up a good point, though, David. Conventional wisdom would suggest that Strauss-Mann would start tomorrow.
Right.
You know, Portillo's looked so good. If there was ever a chance to give him another start back-to-back nights, you might just do it this weekend. Now, you don't want to take your starter out for an entire weekend, so I think if I had to place a wager, which I would not, I would say that Strauss-Mann is likely to go, but Portillo's looked so good in both his starts this year that if he went tomorrow, I guess what I'm saying is it wouldn't shock me.
Sure. Johnson with the one-timer by the right wing circle. I just got to think, man wants to get out there. I mean, he's a competitor like anyone. You got to think he wants to get on the ice for this series as well.
And he's done nothing throughout the year to suggest he should not play. It's just that Portillo, a freshman, maybe you get him back-to-back starts to see how the legs feel, get him that experience, but I think you're right.
Shot by LaPointe, who scored the first goal of his career earlier tonight. That was